here at Grovant Campground in the Tetons. 9 o'clock, the sun just started to go down. We are gonna try and get some sleep, wake up around 3 and summit the Grand Teton tomorrow in one day, and should be fun. Weather's looking great and we're really excited. 7,000 feet in one day, some roped up sections, first time doing this. Gonna be interesting. All right, we're here, the trailhead. What is it, 4:30? 4:20? About to get started. Feeling good, vibes are high. We all slept pretty shitty. Tom was freezing because I gave him a great sleeping bag, so it's a good time. We're fueled on meat and
eggs
and pride.
And Bitcoin.
And friendship.
Fueled on friendship. Yeah.
We're gonna rip it. All right, the hike was really windy, so I'm going to voice over a lot of it. Right here, we're about 3,000 feet up. It took us 2.5 hours to get up here, so doing faster than 1,000 feet an hour, which is really good. Filled up some water here, passing 4 or 5 groups on the way up, and yeah, convincing the guys to check out Alpa bars. We love our meat-based, nutrient-dense, convenient bars, and Cody is a fan as well. So on a hike like this where you're gaining 7,000 feet, nutrition is really key, and I burn a ton of calories. Anyone doing this hike will burn a ton of calories, so it's really important to have a calorie dense bar and snack. Here you see a nice marmot, which you get in the Tetons above around 9,000 feet. They're pretty cool, trying to get that sun and fatten up for winter. And as you can see, there's still a good amount of snow up here, and you can hike up that snowy section, but of course we decided to go around. We didn't bring, crampons, we didn't bring micro spikes, we didn't bring an ice axe. We just had ropes and gear for the last section, which required some 5'4" rock climbing. And here you can see the lower saddle, really rocky, and this is kind of where the scrambly section starts. And another nice point is the outfitters do have a stream of water that you can fill up at the lower saddle. But pretty much from the lower saddle to the upper saddle, it's all rock scrambling, pretty technical, not super exposed, maybe 1 or 2 sections that can, give amateur folks the heebie-jeebies, but not a problem for us. And yeah, we got up there pretty fast. So at the upper saddle, we're sitting around 800 to 1,000 feet from the summit. It took us about 4.5 hours to get up. 6,000 feet, so that's a really good time and pretty incredible view from the upper saddle. But now the rope section starts and the real fun begins. All right, here's an example of some of the gnarly scrambling. This little hole you had to climb through. It wasn't very large, and yeah, kind of fun though, and got you over to the other side before you get to the upper saddle. And then here at the upper saddle, we were waiting for so long. There was a conga line, and we got onto the belly roll, which is the most exposed section you can see here. It's like a 2,000-foot drop straight down. We waited here for about 45 minutes, absolutely freezing. I wore shorts because I just thought we were going to keep ripping up, and it was about 35 degrees and super windy here, so was not fun, but that's what happens when you go on a Saturday. All right. It's taken almost 3 hours to get up here. A lot of waiting, a lot of ice. Made it really sketchy, but we're finally getting close to the summit, so the sun's almost hitting us. But a lot of really slippery ice in the chimneys. Beautiful view though, as you can see. Hands are shaking. It's nice to get back in the sun. It's a little dicey, out of my comfort zone, but we made it. Pretty fun. Weirdly enough. Cody beasted that. Without him, we would be fine. We'd probably just turn around, to be honest. Some people soloed it, and they're kind of stuck up there now, so someone left them a rope. But yeah, would not recommend soloing this in these conditions. I would never. I wouldn't even consider it. All right, we finally made it to the summit. Phew! It's 2 o'clock. We waited for so long. in the chimneys on the belly roll. It literally took us 4 hours to get from the upper saddle to the summit, which is completely asinine, but there's some people that just took way too long. Too many people, bad conditions. But you know, that's how it goes on a Saturday summit. And some people doing some really questionable things like soloing and having no down climbing plan. So again, it's rated 5.4 on the Owen Spalding. It's not a 5.4 like it's at the gym. Took fucking forever. A lot of jabronis. I am also a jabroni, but I at least have someone who's with me who knows what the hell they're doing. Very icy, sketchy. So yeah, it took a while, but we made it. Got some sun up here finally. We're not freezing our ass off. And another peek in the bag. This is a good one. Incredible view. All right, we made it back. Cody and I ran down because we had enough. We cooked some steak. Fucking long day. But if you discount the time we just waiting for people, we did it in under 12 hours, which is pretty damn good. You know, over 7,000 feet of gain, multi-pitch climb, very icy.
Very icy.
Not ideal, but we got done. Well-deserved post-hike meal. All right, Grand Teton summit hike via the Owen Spalding route took us about 14 hours to complete. That includes about 3.5 hours of waiting around on the upper saddle getting to the summit because it was a Saturday. There were some inexperienced folks and very icy conditions. However, that's what happens when you get up into the mountains. And I would say, yeah, this is a technical route. So if you're not with someone who's a guide or who has done it before, I would not recommend doing it. I would also say there are some fixed lines and, you know, pretty intense scrambling along the way. So if you're not physically fit to climb 7,000 feet, you may want to reconsider. Most people do this in 2 nights or 2 days. One night, they backpack at the lower saddle, and you could do that, but it was a miserable experience because, as you saw, it was extremely windy, and we talked to people who actually had their tents completely blown over. So if I were to backpack this, I would backpack right below the waterfall, maybe about 3,000 feet up, be much more enjoyable. But as we do here, we like to send it in one day, and therefore we can get back to the car and eat steaks. But let us know what you think, and we're definitely going to summit more mountains, more peaks in the Tetons next summer.